Hi, everyone. My name is Hannah Moon, and this is Meditations for Beginners. So today, I thought I'd like to go over some basics of, number one, posture. You know, people may be wondering, like, how am I supposed to be sitting? Lotus, full lotus, like levitating, like what? It doesn't have to be like that. So I'm going to actually, it's a strategy taught by a fellow meditation teacher. I had a training this past weekend, and he had an acronym that he shared: STAG, STAG. And I'll tell you what they stand for. S is sit bones. So I want you to cup your bottom, your butt, your palm underneath your butt, both of them, and see if you can feel those two bony parts. Do you feel those two bony parts under your butt? You feel it? Yeah, okay. Now, I assume you're sitting down on a chair or on the floor. Now, feeling those sit bones, watch what they do when you slouch. Slouch and notice where the sit bones go. They point that way. They're not really meeting the seat anymore. They go that way, they bend. Now sit up straight again and feel those bones come back to your hands. Great. And now do the opposite direction. Really stick out your chest and arch your back, and notice where the sit bones go now. They go back, they flay back. So what we want is we want the sit bones to be somewhere in the middle. So see if you can find the center where your sit bones can arrive on your seat. You know, it's not too forward, it's not too back, it's just, it doesn't have to be so perfect, so it doesn't have to be, you don't have to obsess over it, but just feeling what kind of feels right now. And when you have it, just slide your hands out and place them on your chair, or if you're sitting on the ground, just place them on the ground on the side. Now, T stands for the top of the spine. The top of the spine, you would think that it ends like here, right, where the neck connects, but it actually goes all the way up to around your ear area, if you look at the skeletal system. So think of like a dowel going through from one end to the other. And that's the top of your spine. That's where your head, your skull, sits on top of the spine. And just think about that and see if you can feel that in your own body. And how does that inform your posture? Okay, now A is for arms. So what you want to do with your arms is start from your chest, this feeling sort of like a warm wash of water, if that feels good to you. Just washing over your chest, and it flows down your arms, flows down the forearms, and it flows out of the tips of your fingers. Just this feeling, this energy of release, of letting go, and releasing through the tips of your fingers. And then now, letting the tips of your fingers lead your hands to your lap. Letting them just rest. Letting your palms rest on your lap. Just notice what that feels like, the light touch of your palms on your lap. Now G is for gaze. So when we are looking around the world during our day, we tend to look pretty intensely at things. When we look, it's like a feeling of grabbing and looking, like we're leaning towards something to look at it. But instead of doing that, see if you can bring whatever you're looking at, bring it to you. So you're kind of sitting back, chilling out, and you're just letting the visuals just meet your eye. Notice what that feels like and how different that feels like than the way we normally look at things. Okay, now we're going to sit for a short while. And now, if you like to close your eyes, you can gently close your eyelids if that feels comfortable, or you can have them slightly open. Now go ahead and ring the bell to start. Taking a deep breath down to your lower belly and letting it out of your mouth. Let's do that 2 more times. Breathing, dropping the breath into your body. Sighing it out. 1 more time, breathing in. Just filling up your entire body with this nourishing air and holding this breath this time, holding it, and then let it go. Bringing your attention now to your sit bones, those bones that we were acquainted with just a minute ago. You want to shift just a little bit so that you can feel them again. That's fine. Just bringing your awareness to those sit bones and then settle back into stillness. And let those sit bones sink down a little bit further into your seat, as if there's something tied to them that's pulling them down, like gravity. Notice what that feels like. Notice if there are any shifts or any sensations. Now noticing your hands, your fingertips resting on your lap. Can your legs feel your palms? Do they feel the warmness, the warmth of your palms? Can they feel the pressure of your palms? Now bring your attention to your hands as if the hands are thinking and being aware. What do the hands feel? Do the hands feel the fabric of your pants? What temperature do the palms feel in your pants? Any other sensations in your fingertips, in your palm? I always feel like slightly like electrical charges and kind of tingling sensations throughout my hand. But it's different for everyone, and there is no right answer. We're just getting to know our bodies and our minds and how they communicate together. Now bringing your attention to your spine, the spine that connects all the way down toward where the sit bones are, and rising up, all the way to the top. And as I said, the top of the spine goes higher than you think. It goes around the level of your ears. So how does that feel to have the spine be that tall? What does your head feel like to be floating on top of the spine? Let the spine be long and strong, yet light. And let your head be light. Now bring your awareness to your arms. The sensation of the energy flowing from your chest, flowing down like a waterfall over your shoulders, down your arms, flowing down your forearms and your hands and out through your fingertips. What does this cascade of feeling, this energy feel like? Now G is the last one, is gaze. Now if your eyes are closed, still as if you can see through your eyelids. See if you can meet whatever you're seeing. Let it come to you. You don't have to lean forward or try so hard. We're going to chill out and just let it come to you. What does that feel like, to have something come to you? You can just rest and trust and be okay. Now bring your entire body into your awareness and let your body just be here. Allow it to be right here. And it's okay to accept what's happening right now. If difficult thoughts can't come up, and it's okay too. Sometimes focusing on them can intensify the pain. And sometimes the best thing to do is to lean further into it. And sometimes it's best to lean out of it. Maybe you can focus on something else. Maybe you can go back to your body senses. This is where your communication with your own self, your own wisdom, can be called upon. I can't make that decision for you. But trust that you know where to take it. Let's bring our attention to our heart space and take a few breaths into our hearts as if our hearts are breathing. With every breath in, we are lighting a little candle, and the fire grows a little brighter every time we breathe in. More brighter, a little more bright. You feel this candle turning into a larger candle, a larger fire. This energy, this life force, which is pretty fierce like fire. Remember that you are You are this life force. You inhabit this life force. And you are powerful like this life force, even during the times when you don't feel that way. Just feel the fire warming your chest, reminding you of who you really are. Reminding you of your bravery, your courage, your determination, your goodness, that all of these things are much, much stronger than your perceived flaws, much greater. So as we sit here in silence, this is where we get to remind ourselves who we really are. Take back the power that we have. We can quiet that inner bully that speaks to us so harshly sometimes. So if this exercise helps you, please use it, breathing into your chest till you feel a warmth building, and imagining that being your life force, your power, your fierceness, your bravery, your vulnerability too, all of it. Now I invite you to put one or both hands over this warm heart center. And just coat your hand or hands over this space that you've intentionally created. And let your hands be a blanket, a loving blanket. And let it hold your wounds. Let it hold your pain. Let it hold your hopes. And your desire to be free from suffering. And let it hold this life force that is always within you. And you can always call it up at any time, even when you feel at your weakest. You can always remind yourself of who you really are. So with that, let's take a deep breath again into this heart area. Hold the breath. Hold it. Feel the warmth build. Hold it. And sigh it out. And when you're ready, you can slowly begin to open your eyes. You can bring your hands from your heart. You can bring the palms together. And if you would like, you can offer up a bow to this community. Thank you for sharing this practice. Thank you for letting me show you how to do this, the posture from my fellow meditation teacher. His name is Dan Cayer, who came up with the stag technique for sit bones, top of the spine, arms, and gaze. So if that helps you, please do try it. So be well, sending you lots of love, and I'll see you next time.